Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. It's Leo speaking. Today I have the pleasure to show you and introduce you to VividShaper, which comes from the same developer which created Vivid Tracker, which I already created a first tutorial for. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. And if you would like to participate in the giveaway, please do check the instruction in the video description. Thank you again. As you can see, VividShaper is instantiated inside AUM as an AUV3 plugin, because that is what it is. It works on iOS and also macOS, and you can transfer patches between the two very easily because it actually saves patches locally, but also in the cloud, in iCloud as well. Therefore, you can shape the sharing between the two. Now, what is it? It's a wavetable synthesizer. It's a wavetable synthesizer which is programmable using the Lua programming language, which is a high-level, very efficient, lightweight, and also quite performant language, which you can see here on the left-hand side. Now, starting from the top, you can see patches, a menu where you can load some default patches. You can save to iCloud and local, as I just mentioned a moment ago. Then you can create a new patch. You can pass, which is practically checking that the code doesn't contain errors and it can therefore run. You can change the views like so. And you can continue like so, clicking on view until you go back to the original view, and then you can click on help. That it will give you an initial help, but there is a lot more that you can find on the website here with VividSynths.com/VividShaper. But I will produce also some additional tutorial because I find these quite interesting. So let's click new, and also let's connect the AUM keyboard like so. So you can hear straight away that you can use it as a normal synth, which it is. It uses technology as wavetables. It uses 8 oscillators. It has 128 samples for oscillator and so on. A lot of different possibilities. Now, for the purposes of this first tutorial or a getting started tutorial, I'm going to give you a little bit of a taste of what it can do, and I will definitely continue to do tutorials because it is one of those output that I really enjoy, because you can program very sophisticated patches using the Lua language. So as you can see here, you have on one side the code that you write to create your patch. On the right hand side, you have the waveform that is being generated by the code on the left. Now, if we examine the code, the first line is a comment. You have 2 minus here, and then just some text, which you can write whatever you like, just a comment in programming language. Then the next line, create an oscillator wave, and it's an array. It's a first oscillator because you see number 1. And then he assigns to that array an oscillator type sine as a sine wave. Then it sets the frequency to 1 and phase 0. Then next, it sets the volume for that oscillator, and it assigns it to the gate, which will be either open or closed based on when you click on the keyboard, like so. Really great, really nice to actually see. Now let's make some changes. I have connected a Bluetooth keyboard, so I can go here and I can say change it to so. VS so. I click pass. And the reason I click pass is because I want to know if there are some errors. For example, if I was to type capital W and I click pass, it will say here on the bottom right error because it's case sensitive. So just remember that as well as you use it. So pass again, no error. And now. Great. So we have actually a so now change again the type of waveform, triangle, pass. It doesn't give me any error. Same parameter, of course, but if I was, for example, to use square, like so. And I click pass, it will give me an error because it's expecting also another parameter, which is the width. I'm going to say 0.5, no error. And of course, you can change the width here. So let's make it half. So pass again. You can see the width is actually different now. Now, if you find that the volume is too high, there is a variable called the global volume, gvol, and let's ensure that we don't have and we set it to 0.4. Why not? Pass. Okay. Okay. Pass. Okay, which of course we can change it. We can halve it. Okay. And yeah, so you can continue like so. For example, if you want to add an ADSR, then you can type VS ADSR, and then you can type the attack 0 to 1, so 0, decay 1, sustain 0.8, release, for example, 2, initial value 0, we don't want any initial value to start with, and then we type the gate time on and gate time off, oops, gate time off, like so. Gate time on, the time from which the for which the gate has been open for, and the gate time off, the time that the gate has been off since release. Click pass, and there are no errors. And you can see now that we have an envelope. So now let's set, for example, to 0 the sustain, and click pass. And there it is. So great, it works extremely well. And of course, you can do much more. Now let's change the type of wave. And using the programming language, of course, you can make it as complex as you like, really. So you could, for example, copy these 2 lines and then copy them here, changing the use of the second oscillator, like so. Click pass, no error. And now, for example, we could type here triangle, pass. And we could, for example, set the frequency to 2. Why not? And so on and so forth. You can mix things up, and you can use all the different commands in the language to actually create what you like, really. So it's really nice. So let's type 0.2 here on the attack. You can start to hear the triangle coming up much quicker. So let's say that also this, we make 0.1 the decay here on the ADSR for the saw wave pass again. Really, really good. It works really nicely. Okay, I'm going to stop here for this first introduction. Remember, you can save to iCloud, save to local, and of course, you can load some initial patches, some factory patches, and you can see it can get rather complicated. Let's load a couple of other patches. Remember, you might want to change the volume with gvol to set it a little bit lower so it will not clip. Okay. Let's try another one. Of course, it is polyphonic as well. Remember also to ensure that you use the right casing, okay? Otherwise, it will not work. So a moment ago, I typed G vol, and the G was capital, and it wouldn't work to reset the global volume, which probably you noticed. So if you type G vol again, and you type 0.4, here you pass it. You can hear it much better now that it is reducing the global volume. So remember, it is case sensitive, and you might have capitalization at the beginning of the line or after a point as per default settings on your iOS device or MacBook, and that will get in the way. Okay, I'm going to stop here, and I hope you enjoyed. I will create other tutorials. See you next time. Bye.